Well, here we are at the last day of the pond, probably. Oh, no, wait. No, because I'm not going to bust that open until, well, I don't have to wait on the excavation. I can go ahead and start taking the rock wall down. And, save the digging for Kalani when he comes. Rosa's worker got a hold of him yesterday, so either Wednesday or maybe Tuesday. We'll see. But yesterday was his birthday, so he wasn't going to come work on his birthday. And he's got a newborn, so he's got tough to do. I'm so sick of this one. What's that? I don't want to see Santana either. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Oh, hey, you know what? We could look at those. There's flowers over there, see? And the sunshine. Now the sun is shining over there. That's kind of like, what it was before when it was staring at the pond wall. Because really all I got to do is just zoom into any part of the jungle and you're gonna get, you know, flowers and stuff. Okay. Well, the other channels, we got like people, there's like, we're in the 50s. Peter from, what is it, Scotland, just joined. He's got a nice pond. He showed me a couple yesterday, and then he shows me the one today, how it is today, and go, oh yeah, big difference. So he knows exactly what pond water does for vegetation. Fish emulsion's the best. And having a pond, you get free fish emulsion. Same as horse shit for your land, fish shit for your pond, same thing. So for some of you guys are on the other side over there of the pond. Let's go over here. Look at the beautiful sun coming in. The sun's coming right across. Oh yeah, so next time I gotta get that plywood for that pyramid out there, because I'm doing cement here. I'm gonna be doing cement out there. I'm gonna be doing cement everywhere. So how many sheets of plywood? And what? 2 sheets of plywood. Because Yeah. 2 sheets of plywood and I can do a 4-foot by 6-foot pyramid by inverting the triangles and get all the pieces, because you can get 2 sides out of 1 sheet. Yeah. What? Okay. Oh yeah, hang on, goat. Need to do a little pyramid in the pond. Yeah. I like the geometric shapes. I don't mind angular stuff if you break it up with spheres and cones. I was thinking about doing a cone over there, which actually would be even better. But making a plywood cone form, it would have to be like, 16-sided or something like that. I could do it. I could just take my pyramid and just keep cutting the pieces in half and in half again. And instead of having 4 sides, you have 8, and then you have 16. And if you have a 16-sided triangle, well, 16-sided angle, whatever that's called, cone, then you could pave it and make it into a cone. And I may do that once I cut the pieces out and see if, how it looks. But that's a good possibility. I could do a cone. And you could actually do a metal form, and I actually had some that were 2-sided cone bases forms. But they rotted away. I forget where the heck they were out there. I got one of the pieces of tin though. It's still on the gate that goes to the. I wonder if there's another one around somewhere. Because if I had 2 of them, that's all I would need. Huh. Here comes the helicopters. Yeah, so I wanted to mention to Peter in Scotland that once upon a time we were tracing the family lineage back into the UK and Scotland. I have ancestors from the Fifeshire in Scotland, and I have no idea where it is because I've never been to the UK. On one family tree it shows it going to Scotland, and the other one it shows it going to England. But my grandmother always said we were Scotch, English, Irish. I don't know if it was in that order. But I guess if your lineage comes from the UK, I'm sure there's plenty of people in the UK that mix, so it's not unusual, I imagine. Scotch, English, Irish. That's on my mom's side. On my dad's side, I have no idea, except from the Arkansas possible Native American connection. Woohoo! Monday morning. What? Wow, it looks like a lot of work over there. It's a good thing I didn't do that all at once. It's been, how long have I been doing this now? A week? When did I start? Friday? Okay, a weekend so far. I think it was Thursday or Friday, I realized the water was going too low. But look, this is where the water goes. It only goes down this low, I think. I think it went down lower before. But we will see today. It may go all the way to the bottom today. I'm eyeballing all that fish motion in the bottom of the pot. Now I remember that bird bath being pretty heavy, but I do believe I set it there by myself, so all I'm going to do is just pick it up and swing it onto the tile deck here. Probably weighs about 70 or 80 pounds. I'll give it a test. And lift it up, and then all the water drains out. There's a hole in the bottom of it. So those rocks I pulled out of here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to reuse them in the same way. And run a planter box. Yeah, so that'll give that a wall like it was, just further back. And because half the wall is already there with all the hapu'u fern and all that other stuff. It's already started back there. Jeez. I gotta rip out half of that too. But hey, if that guy is good, I'll let him do the whole horseshoe around that little pod right there. Yep, that'll work out good. I'll give him some work. He's got a newborn. It needs work. Ah, Coco Loco. And next time I go to town, I'm going to bring my receipt from Mahalo Naturals and to Abundant Life, and compare. If they have everything there, I'll just switch stores. And just because I shopped at that store in the past, I didn't call vector control when I saw that big fucking rat underneath the bread bin in Island Naturals. I think it would be appropriate time to, they're not allowing mammals in there, they shouldn't be allowing rodents. Yeah, they have rats in the health food store. I thought that was just like, holy fuck. And I went to buy some yogurt, and not everything they sell in that health food store is organic. I'm going like, what? And then if it's in a health food store, it has to be organic. But they sell a lot of crap that's not organic in there. So, he's deceitful. Typical. He's a politician. Of course he's deceitful. I may put the cut on that lychee now that there's no fishy to worry about. I gotta put that other orchid someplace too. Major changes. wasn't really planning on doing all this. It's all because of the window change. And that was a major change. But when I was replacing that big round window, I'm going like, whoa, that's a big job, cutting a hole in the wall and changing the wall and sheetrocking and moving the electrical and making a frame for it. But I did it in steps, you know. Started with the frame, did a little bit on it every day in the garage. Maybe, you know, took a few days to put the frame together. It came together on its own, sort of, kind of. And then set the glass in it. And then cut the hole in the wall. And my calculations were pretty good. It's a 64-inch piece of glass. So making a 4-inch frame around that and then putting that whole 68-inch framed piece of glass in the wall by yourself is like, it's not strength. I didn't use my back. I used my brain and balance and inclines and leverage and pivot on axis and stuff like that. Not picking it up and grunting it. No. It's all about balancing and finessing that balance. It's too bad I didn't have a video of me when I was doing that stuff, but you know, that was before my video vlog, which is, I guess, is taking over from the journaling in the books. And yeah, this is better. You don't have to write it down. You can just let your brain ramble. So in the future, all the aliens who are picking up the YouTube from space, we'll see how that some people on the planet weren't totally insane and lived in harmony with their environment. Hey, Chris, we're talking about you. Yeah, harmony. Yeah. That's right. You know what would be wicked is to hang lights in that ohia tree back there and have a big skeleton, you know, a big light in the sky. Dang, that avocado tree back there is getting way big. I'm gonna have to trim that too. These avocado trees are going nuts. Oh, that reminds me, I better check that avocado in the cupboard. It's got to be done by now. 2 days in the paper bag in the cupboard, and avo's ready. I have avo for lunch today on my sandwich. Grilled cheese, avo, and sausage. I just hope that Abundant Life sells those sausages. If they don't sell those, they'll sell probably organic ones or better ones. I don't think these ones I've been getting are even organic. I'm not sure. It brings into question everything I've bought in that stupid store. I want every dime I spent in that store back. Yeah. So, that. My first thing I gotta do will be, better be cloudy. If it's not cloudy, I'm not gonna be out here in the sun. I haven't heard from Vladimir yet. Oh. So yeah, pretty much those of you who have been watching from the beginning better speak up. If you haven't been speaking up and you haven't joined the other channel, then it's going to be bye-bye birdie. I mean, at least 100 people are watching every video. Can't have that many lurkers. After 64, it'll have to be like a waiting list, and have to wait till somebody wants to be taken off the email lists. Get tired of the videos coming to their email, because that's how the other ones are notified. Not, you know, the little bell doesn't like come from YouTube, it comes from me. Chris! Chris! What? What? Come here. Come here. Untangle yourself. Oh, I've got to do a different run for him. He keeps getting caught on those trees. So what was that, 67 feet, I could run him out to the palm tree. I like to run him all the way out to the front fence, but then he'd mess up the front. But to that palm tree, 67 feet, I gotta write that down. Another cable, Jesus. It's too bad I couldn't, yeah, maybe I could connect him. And that way he wouldn't get, could only go so far. Let's see, which way would that be? Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, I gotta move him. It wouldn't be that hard to move his bed. We'll see. Make my cocoa cold running out there. Yeah, he's a little bit more incessant barking when he's stuck. And he unstuck himself too. I just have to go over there and tell him, go around, go around. Alright, so I take that big book of grass. I could stick it in that pot there. And that big rock there I could just set on the deck right there. And those little rocks I could put right there, and that I could put right there. And move that right there, and then that's it. Alright. And just start tapping with the sledgehammer. Yeah, the fact that I didn't put concrete inside those cinder blocks will make it a lot easier. Let alone rebar or anything like that. But the next one I might. I just might. And you know what the future of this pond could always be? You just fill it in with cement and then it becomes part of this same deck I'm sitting on. And then in the future someone will build you know, bedrooms on top of this slab that I'm sitting on. It'd be made into another room real easy. That's what a lot of people do. They make a screened-in porch, next thing you know it's glassed in, walled in, and they make a new porch. We never really had a porch, you know, like families have a porch, and we had a small front porch, but we had a big patio in the back with an 8-foot picnic table, and we usually had dinner in the patio in the summertime. And my stepdad, you know, covered it, fixed it up. We helped him build that. He enclosed it with screens and redwood doors and the whole thing. You know, I'm a little kid and I'm learning about turnbuckles on the door to tighten them up so they're not out of square and don't scrape on the ground. Because when they don't close it, they scrape, and you know, blah 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 blah. So you gotta, you know, keep the turnbuckles tightened up, and hell, I did I did a fence for my mom. We did the roof a few times. Hell, I was digging in the dirt in the backyard and grew veggies in the backyard. So all this is, you know, stuff I've been doing my whole life. Building and digging and making things with my hands. Oh, I need a woman in my hand so I can make some love. That's what I used to do professionally. I didn't do as much work on non-animate things in my life since I've been retired. Before I moved here, all I worked on was meeting women. Unbelievable. And as soon as I got here, well, a year after I got here, I met Jenny, and I was with her for 5 years. After breaking up with her, I haven't found anybody that's as good as she was. I mean, it was lucky because she was from a family of 8 kids, and so she had like experiences, and she was younger, and she was a good girl, but too good. She was inexperienced in the bedroom. So eventually that like took not the back seat but the back of the bus and the trailer, and you know, if I wanted to live with my sister or a roommate, then that would have been great, but they would have helped cleaning the house too. So that was the end of that. And I just haven't found myself going out hunting anymore. You know, we did the online things for a while, but they're no good. Just gave up. Slim pickings on this island. So then I was hunting on the mainland and trying to import. And that didn't work out too well either. People that have never been to Hawaii before and aren't ready for Hawaii, and the transition thing, and you know, long distance relationships, that's no good either. You have to meet someone who's got it in their mind that yes, they are moving to Hawaii. Win, lose, or draw, win or fail. You know, if you can make it anywhere, you can make it here, kind of thing. Because a lot of people come here and they just flake. They can't take it. You know, after 4 or 5, even, you know, 2, 3 usually is the first one. But then they'll give it a try, and some of them will like stick it out for 5 or even 10. I've seen people go back after 20 years because of the grandkids or some stupid reason like that. I says, well, your grandkids can fly easier over here than you can fly over there. But I would not move back to a city to be near grandkids. That's insane. Remember the song goes, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go? It wasn't over the river and through the woods to our house grandma will come. Although ours did drive down from the city at some points. And then we started driving up to the city, and then she'd come down and stay. Yeah, that was only, Jesus. It's funny because the distance from our house to my grandmother's house was like 30 miles, and I'm 20 miles from Hilo. That's pretty crazy. It's about me driving into San Francisco every time I drive into Hilo. That's kind of funny. But it seems a lot shorter because it's not full of buildings and billboards and freeways and traffic and cars and overpasses and exits and CHPs and all that shit. So it sure does make driving much more stressless. You only have to pay attention to the idiots, not everything else. So I got a new bamboo ginger from my neighbor across the street. Let me zoom in right here to show you. See, it's on that pot right there, that red thing there. All right, well, see its trunk? That looks like bamboo, right? But it's a ginger, and he has a whole strand of that, and it looks awesome. Unfortunately, with this kind of ginger, it grows, well, no, it doesn't spread as much as this orange stuff here. This orange stuff here spreads. really bad. So I'm gonna have that guy root some of that, Kalani root some of that out too. Let's see how the pond's looking here. The snail took off. I don't see any snail tracks, so I have no idea which direction he went. But au revoir. Maybe we'll cross paths again. May have not gone far. Didn't go in the house, didn't go up on the wall. Well, I wouldn't know because they're so slow. Had 12 hours or 8 hours to go hide. Ah, this is good cocoa. Big cocoa. Big cocoa cup. So yeah, I'm gonna have a whole new pond, a whole new format. I'm gonna have it hooked up with a studio and computer, the laptop in the studio, and the tablet, and my computer all talking to each other, I think. If it can be done safely. We'll see what Charles can do. Then, I wonder if this camera here, if it has Wi-Fi, if it could do live. Hook it to the Wi-Fi that's hooked to the computer doing the live. I wonder. I think Scott does his live feeds off his phone. I don't think he does it off his Sony camera. I wonder if his Sony camera has Wi-Fi conversion to the computer. If you got stuck, you're gonna be stuck. Hey, Chris, figure it out. So, back to work. Get the list going. Alright, I gotta go see if Vladimir's coming. Got a feeling he's not. Don't know why. But this is gonna be the bums rush week. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Think I'll have it done by next weekend? 5-day pawn job. We'll see. Now, I wonder, I could take my trailer, drop it off in Keaau, where I get the gas, go do my shopping in town, come back, grab the trailer, and go get the sand. I don't think Puna Rock has sand. I gotta call them and see if they got it. They probably do by now. And then I'll bring the trailer. I have the sand right back there where the trailer is. Drop a load. And then I'll have my stuff ready to go. Yeah, so this is going to be fun today. This is the last of the pond days, I think. Huh, Jasper? What do you think, buddy? Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Hmm? You gonna come over here and lay down? Come on. Come here. Come over here. Come on, go around. Yeah. Sticky fingers. Come on, lay down, boo-boo. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. When the lady fell into the pot. Ah! It's alright. She'll find a new spot. I wonder, yeah, I know a perfect spot for that lady. So, the sun is no longer shining on the pyramid in this nice, evenly cloudy day. Perfect weather. We've been out here for about an hour or so. In my cocoa, I got a little bit left. We'll call it at 45, I think. Cocoa's too cold. Yep. And yeah, so we'll see you guys. We'll see the. You know how it works. Those of you that do. Laters.